So I was just channeling and viewing life from other angles and notice that what everything comes down to, if you fight something in the world, you're it's actually something in your psyche. You're just fighting yourself there. And I mean that there is no other thing but to accept yourself, to understand yourself, and learn to work with yourself and love yourself, because you're never doing something bad for yourself. It's just one point of view where you're looking at it. Like, you're not doing something bad for yourself if you enjoy eating junk food and McDonald's every day because it gives you enjoyment. Yeah, but something good about that. So you're doing something good for yourself. But for the body, not so much. So, and your body would fight against your bad taste if you choose to fight with it and not give it the nutrition it requires, and you fight with it, you get the urge to eat healthy in your brain, you fight that urge. So you can fight yourself, or the outside world is doing the same thing to you. You know, it's just a reflection of the internal world. You gotta figure out what's fighting what. And is it something you need to fight for? Or is it something you're fighting against? Or is it something you just set aside for and don't really give a shit? Like, that's fine. Whatever we choose is fine. It's just what we it's still us. And from a higher point of view, a higher perspective, you begin to see that even the things we do negative, we are able to look at it and be okay with it, because we realize it was just us with limited perspective trying to deal with the situation with limited tools and limited ability. It's like if you tried to get a caveman to, work on a three-dimensional object like an engine and teach him that, it's like, understanding the whole three dimensions of it is just an added burden that he's going to understand how all the dimensions work together. It's secondhand for us because, yeah, we understood it conceptually. And I'm just saying cavemen wouldn't understand it. I'm just speaking of, I don't know what cavemen understood, so maybe, I would assume they understood 3D because they're hunting and dealing with stuff, so something that only deals in like two dimensions, like deer or something. It doesn't conceptualize, hey, something might be hiding behind that tree. It's like, oh, there's a tree. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. You have to teach something, a concept that it doesn't understand in order to be able to explain yourself. So when I trance or whatever it is into seeing from that higher perspective is like you see the entire life of the thing at whatever particular junction, and every choice is made to get to that point. So, and then you can project into the future what it would be if it made all these different choices. It's just you just see it. You see that there's only one thing, and they're all working together, and it's just. And then you return to this, and you kind of forget that because this is such an intense thing. But the more you spend time in that perspective and then come back to this, you have the ability to kind of understand a little easier and empathize better. So I'm looking at my left eye, which is the right eye of me and the phone. But it's not the right eye because that's a different me. Whatever I consider is whatever it has, I consider my right eye is a totally different eye to that. So my concept is not fully valid because while I see something, I do not know something. I know myself. But the image in front of me, I don't know it, which means I don't know myself. Which, yes, what part of myself don't I know? Why, when I look at this, do I not see my true self? Because I'm exploring myself from the inside. I cannot see myself from the outside because I have no outside. I can only see myself from the inside because I have no outside. So everything I see inside me is my own creation. As above, so below, as outside, so inside. So the world inside is generated by what I consider my mind, and consciousness is limited to what you believe you are. You grow into. When you're born, you're not contained. You're mush. Your consciousness is broader, but as you're raised, you're brought into constraining things. So you build barriers and walls between yourself and other things. That is what you feel is the norm because other people have. And as a new being into this world, you become what you see, and what you see is what you think. If you allow what you think to make an impression upon you, and you focus on it, that is what you become. If you believe you are the if you believe you were